Dear Venerable monks, dear friends in Dhamma, we are going to start today's Sutta discussion. First of all, let's go to refuge of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Let's begin chanting with Namo Tassa 3 times. Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Buddhaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. Saṅghaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. Dutiyaṃ-pi Buddhaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. Dutiyaṃ-pi Dhammaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. Dutiyaṃ-pi Saṅghaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. Tatiyaṃ-pi Buddhaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. Tatiyaṃ-pi Dhammaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. Tatiyaṃ-pi Saṅghaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. Tisarana Gamanaṃ Sampunnaṃ. Pānātipātā Veramani Sikkhapada Samadhiyāmi. Adinādāna Veramani Sikkhapada Samadhiyāmi. Kāmesu miccācārā Veramani Sikkhapada Samadhiyāmi. Musāvādā Veramani Sikkhapada Samadhiyāmi. Surāmeraya Majjapamā Datthāna Veramani Sikkhapada Samadhiyāmi. Tisaranena saddheṃ pañcasīlaṃ dhammaṃ samādayitva sādhukaṃ surakkitaṃ katva appamādena sampādetabbhaṃ. Sīlena sugatiṃ yanti sīlena bhoga sampada. Sīlena nibbutiṃ yanti tasmā sīlaṃ visodhaye. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let's pay our respect to the Supreme Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa again and also the Itipiso, and respect the Dhamma and also the disciples of the Buddha by reciting Gathas. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattā deva manussanang buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo sandittiko Akaliko ehi passiko opanayiko Paccatang veditabbo viññohiti Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujjupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ñāya patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Sāmīci patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala Esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakhineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang puññakkettang lokassati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu Okay friends, now we are going to meditate for a few minutes to bring our mindfulness into practice. Having closed your eyes in the sitting posture, we bring our pure attention to the body to identify feelings, sensations. Understand that this moment is the moment I cultivate mindfulness of the body, feelings, mind and mental states. Imagine that you are having an aerial view of your body. First you see the head, then shoulders, further down to the trunk of your body, then you see legs, body is covered by first the clothes, secondly the skin, and inside the body you have the skeleton. You can see muscles, nerves, and very important bodily organ like brain, heart, lungs, here and there inside the body. If our mind is busy and restless, give a command to your mind to stay with these body parts, and it is guaranteed that the mind listens to your wisdom. After a few minutes you will be feeling relaxation. With this cultivation of awareness, have a thought of friendliness, that may I be well, happy, peaceful, relaxed. May this body be free from unpleasant sensations, feelings. May this body be free from illnesses, pain, stress, discomfort, and all kinds of unwholesomeness. May this body supports me, mental purifications, until I confirm peace and happiness within the Buddha's teaching. May this body be peaceful, be relaxed. Simply develop goodwill, benevolence, loving kindness to you, and radiate it to one who is sitting close to you, and all around, and radiate the same loving thoughts to all human beings in the world. May we all be well, be happy, be peaceful. Unconditional loving kindness is developed within and radiate into various directions to all living beings in the universe. May they be well, happy, peaceful, relaxed. Free your mind from difficult thoughts, greed, hatred, ignorance are burdens to human life. Put the burden aside and free your life with loving kindness, mindfulness, wisdom. Be generous to you and all living beings. Offer your time and energy for others, first intentionally, secondly verbally, and through your action. May all living beings be free from suffering. May they be well, happy, peaceful, and relaxed. May all living beings attain freedom from suffering, stress, unsatisfactoriness. May all living beings attain Nibbana. sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, friends, once again I would like to welcome you all, Dhamma friends who come to the class and Dhamma friends who join with us online, also welcome warmly. First of all, I would like to remind you that this class is a continuation of the last class. We have been talking about the Buddha's words of loving kindness based on Karaniya Metta Sutta. Today I come to you with some beautiful teachings of the Buddha on loving kindness. I hope that I can cover up the concept of loving kindness today with the teachings in Karaniya Metta Sutta. If not, we will take it another time with some other teachings, because as you know, the concept of loving kindness or metta, as the Buddha explained, is so vast and spreaded to all kinds of teaching in the Buddha's teaching. Therefore, we may not be able to discuss everything today. The left or whatever left will be taken again in other discourses. Let's begin the class today with the statement Buddha made about loving kindness. Once he said that loving kindness is just like a big tree, and when a person start practicing loving kindness, it's just like you plant a seed and then you let it grow with other requisites for it to grow, and at some point you feel that loving kindness is developed, and you share it with others with your words and action. So then you feel how powerful this loving kindness as a practice, as a protection, and as a channel to Nibbana. So that's what we discussed last time. So today my focus is to the discourse, loving kindness discourse, which we famously call Metta, Karaniya Metta Sutta. We are going to start the discussion with those factors in the discourse. As you remember, this discourse teaches us systematic application of loving kindness in one's day-to-day conduct. So I reiterated that loving kindness discourse or Karaniya Metta Sutta is a form of instruction given to a group of monks for their meditation. Somehow there are facts we should discuss in the individual basis. So first of all, we need to understand those facts that make us ready on the loving kindness practice individually. So systematic application of loving kindness in one's day-to-day conduct is really important, because you individually learn those qualities and get ready to cultivate loving kindness from the very beginning. So let's see what we have today. As you know, the discourse Karaniya matta kusalena yantang santam padang abhisamicca. That's how Buddha started the discourse. What it means is that if you want to attain peace and happiness, these are the things you need to do individually. So that's how Buddha started the discourse. So the first quality you need to develop is sakko. It means able or skillfulness. So we can discuss that later on. We can go into details of the first factor of loving kindness meditation or loving kindness discourse later on. Let's go now one by one of these factors and understand the initial meaning of them. Sakko is the first quality. The second is ujucha. It means honest. Then we have sujucha. It's another, ujucha. Uju means honest, and sujucha or suju means uprightness. These qualities coincide or say something very similar, but when you go into details of each similar qualities, you can see a slightly different teaching on them. So uju and suju go together, but they explain different qualities of an individual. Then we have suacho, gentle in speech. It means that our speech is so soft and gentle. Then we have one of the very important quality, meek. It means mudu. And then we have anatimani, not proud, lack of conceit. Right? So first we go to each qualities with simple meaning, then we go into discussion of each quality and the relationship of the qualities. After that we have santusako, contented. It means you are happy, you are satisfied. After that we found easy to support, subaro. So we should be able to have this quality in life, otherwise nobody like us. Especially in the family setting, we should have this quality, easy to support. As a monk, as a lay person, this is one of the best qualities we should have today, because without this quality we find a lot of difficulties, especially in social life, in family life. After that we have appakicca. It means having few duties or responsibilities, not over busy. It means when you have few things to do, you are not busy. You can pay total attention to those particular few things, and you do them with relaxed mind. After that we have simple in living. We may have so many translation. Just pick up one for understanding the simple meaning of salla hukka vutti. It means very relaxed, simple lifestyle. The 11th quality we have in Karaniya Metta Sutta is tranquil senses. Sorry about his tranquilized senses. It means santindriya, or disciplined. You discipline with senses. Once you have discipline on your senses, nipako is coming. It means be prudent. With nipaka or with prudency, we have appagabbo, not brazen. It means, I will explain you what it means, but initially appagabbo means you do not attach to your own views. when people know something, some of them try to show their qualities, that I know this, so I am superior. So it comes under conceit mana, but it is over here too. So appagabba. Then we have kulesu ananugiddo, not attachment to families, friends, relatives, or even devotees. So we have friends, family members, parents, and devotees who support us by various material and immaterial things. So we, as a monk, as a nun, as a lay follower who practice the Buddha's teaching, should not attach to any one of them because it becomes a impediment for your practice. So that is the 14th quality of the Karaniya Metta Sutta for individual training. Then we have refrain from wrong doings as wise criticize. Nachakudang samachare kinchiyena vinyo pare upodeyo. All these Pali words say one thing, that is not doing any wrong thing, even a slightest wrongdoing, because he or she thinks that wise people will criticize me. Because of that, I should not do any bad things. That's the 15th quality. So these are the 15 qualities we need to cultivate in the Karaniya Metta Sutta, as the Karaniya Metta Sutta explained, to get ready for a long journey in the noble path. Have you thought about this before, in the name of practicing loving kindness? But friends, Buddha's real teaching on loving kindness is such that we need to develop these 15 qualities to be able to practice loving kindness, to understand enlightenment. If one lacks of these qualities, the proper loving kindness within is not developed, and how can he radiate loving kindness to others? So these 15 qualities are very important, and you will realize how they are important when you see the connection of these 15 qualities. Let me go to the first quality to understand what it means now. So skillfulness or sakko or able means you are able to understand various things, starting from distinguishing the roots of unwholesomeness and the unwholesomeness, the roots of wholesomeness and the wholesomeness. There are 4 things here: roots of unwholesomeness and unwholesomeness, roots of wholesomeness and wholesomeness. Kusalancha pajanati, akusalancha pajanati. Kusalancha pajanati, kusala moolancha pajanati, akusalancha pajanati, akusala moolancha pajanati. This is recorded in Sammaditthi Sutta. So one should be able to understand what is right and what is the roots of righteousness. And once again, one should be able to understand what is the roots of wrong, unrighteousness, what is the wrong thing. So that's the first quality, that's the first definition we can give for skillfulness, able. Then we have differentiating the truth from the untruth, which is similar to the first one, but in this sense we understand what is the untruth, what is the truth related to Noble Eightfold Path. We should have just mere understanding about suffering and the causes of suffering and the cessation of suffering and the path leading to the cessation of suffering. So when you see the truth as it is, you are able to know what is untruth as well. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, what would be the example for the first one?
Understanding the roots of unwholesomeness and the unwholesomeness means understanding greed, hatred, and delusion as the root causes of unwholesomeness.
Suffering.
No, the suffering is a result of greed, hatred, and delusion. Lobha, dvesa, moha. So you would be able to understand these root causes of unwholesomeness from various ways. So, understanding root causes of suffering, the greed, hatred, and ignorance, means you understand these the three unwholesomeness as well. So, understanding the roots of wholesomeness and the wholesomeness means you understand generosity, compassion, and loving kindness. Opposite of greed, hatred, and ignorance. Okay. Now, differentiating the mundane truth from absolute truth. We have two kinds of truth: mundane truth and absolute truth. What is the mundane truth? Mundane truth is that we have names, we have countries, we have mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, we have cities, we have this and that. We have so many things in our life. That's the mundane truth. Mundane truth means conventional truth, which we come to compromise with names and shapes and so on. That's the mundane truth. But what is the absolute truth is in that we talks about elements, the absolute fundamental truth. So Sakko means being able to understand the differentiation of mundane and absolute truths. Friends, I don't think that a normal person who start practicing loving kindness come to this level, but the instruction for the first time was given by the Buddha to a group of monks who practice meditation until they attain enlightenment. So if we take the discourse as a form of meditative subject, we should be able to have this knowledge in the quality of Sakko. Then only you can go into other qualities and have good results. So the next definition that we can derive from is abandoning wrong action, words and thoughts, and practicing right actions, words and thoughts. That is related to three types of mental discipline. Lastly, we have respecting and fulfilling duties to parents, spouse, children, teachers, students, friends, relatives, and employers and employees and employees. It should be corrected, and animals and the nature. So, giving our full, responsibilities or doing our duties to all human beings, living beings, and even to the nature is coming under this skillfulness. So if one is able to enter into one of these, ableness or skillfulness, he or she can goes into other section of skillfulness. So there is no guarantee that you can have all these, but at least one should be there to straight your view from wrong view to right view. What does we talk about then in this first quality of loving kindness? Samma Ditti, right understanding. So initially Buddha says that one has to have right understanding, the first quality of Noble Eightfold Path, to practice loving kindness. As Buddha said, I said. Do you understand now how important the first quality of loving kindness meditation? That's right understanding. The first quality of the Noble Eightfold Path should be there to practice other significant qualities.
Is there a clash between the third and the last?
No, maybe repetitions.
No. Right opposite. If you
third,
practice the third one
Yes.
by practicing the last one also, because there is attachment then, right?
No, that's why we I understand the discourse
Yeah.
from quality to quality, because there must be an attachment if we do not have this type of understanding of each qualities. I know what you mean by that. Differentiating the mundane truth from the absolute
Yeah.
truth is coming to is taking the person into a super state.
Yeah.
So yeah, respecting and fulfilling duties to all these people and also the nature is coming under mundane truth, but there is absolute
Okay.
truth as well. So there is no clash according to my understanding. So it has been explained further of the third fact in the last one. Okay. So we go to understand the second one. I go on these factors quickly because we have to cover a lot today. So when somebody is practicing the first quality enough, I would say, then uju, the next quality is developed in that person. Because without the first one, there is no guarantee that you can develop the second one. Uju or honest is developed with the support of the first quality. Without right understanding, you cannot have any skillful quality in your mind. So whenever you practice the first quality enough, you have uju, honest. What does that mean? Let's see what uju means. Uju means honest to others, right? You are not a crooked person. You are not a cunning person. You are very honest to others. It means that refraining from lies and speaking truth. You don't tell lies to others. You always practice speaking truth. Promising on what is possible. You do not promise on what is impossible. You promise to do whatever you can do. That is a quality of uju, honest. And being open-minded is also come under that quality. When you say I am honest, you should have at least these three qualities. Okay, that's uju or honest. So without right understanding, it is impossible to think that somebody practice these three qualities as mentioned in the Buddha's teaching. Okay, that's uju or honest. The third quality is coming with this one. Actually, the third quality, suju, means uprightness, being honest to oneself. Without being honest to oneself, how can we become honest to others? So both qualities should go together. First may be the suju, because you are upright, your mind is straightforward. With the qualities explained in the second factor of the Noble Eightfold Path. Nekkhamma sankappa, avyapada sankappa, avihimsa sankappa. Thought of renunciation, thought of non-cruelty, thought of non-ill will. So we have that type of mentalities in this quality suju. You are upright with these three qualities. So you have conscience, sense of trustworthiness, confidence on right results. So those friends who join with us online can see the slide. So suju means uprightness, being honest to oneself. So these two qualities should go together. Remember that without right understanding, we cannot expect any of these qualities as the Buddha explained. The fourth one, for pleasant speech, gentle in speech. What is the Pali word for that? Suvacha. It's mean, we say in Sinhala kikaru. Basically, we means gentle qualities in speech again. So we have four ways of speech. Speak the truth, hold to the truth, is firm, reliable, no deceiver of the world. So you speak truth and you hold onto that. You should be in that. Concord, delights in concord, enjoys concord, speak things that create concord. So you expect concord, harmony between and among people through your speech. That's the second one. Speak words that are soothing to ear, that are affectionate, that go to the heart, that are polite, appealing and pleasing to people at large. And the final quality of this four pleasant speech is speak in season, speak what is factual, what is in accordance with the goal, the Dhamma and the Vinaya. The speak words worth treasuring, seasonable, reasonable, circumscribed, connected with the goal. So you can have these slides later on after the discourse. Don't worry about remembering things. I know that you cannot remember everything I am saying. But what you need to understand that is gentle in speech means you would be able to clear your words, clear your speech. They are all about kind and compassionate. So when you have these four qualities in the first line, you might be able to cultivate or feel this very important quality, muddu. You are so humble and meek, cannot find any conceit in your words, action and thoughts. You are so gentle, easily imposed. So this picture says that how the Buddha is and how gentle he is. He is the Buddha Raja. We in Pali we say that he is the king for all the venerable monks and entire world system. But he is so humble to come to a normal monk yet and treated him in his own hands and cured that monk from the grave illness, not only physical but also mental. That is because of Buddha's gentleness. So muddu means you are so humble, even to very, very young people. Those monks who meditated in that forest had some problems, that teachers thought that students should come to us and they are the one who assigned to do all kind of cleaning stuff, and that sort of problems, according to my thinking, had therefore this group of 500 monks. But Buddha taught them that you should develop these qualities, especially muddu. No matter which position you are in, you have to this special quality, muddu, gentleness, easily imposed to others, and good qualities. So we have that quality which is related to others. So then we have the other important quality, not proud, lack of conceit, anatimana. When you are so humble, you don't have any conceit in your mind. This is one of the killing, very dangerous unwholesomeness. When you have this, you don't respect others, you don't listen to others because you think that I am the superior. In Buddhist teaching, we have mainly three types of mana. You can see them in the slide. Conceit of inferiority, it means hinamana. Unamana also is a word based on the ideas I am not like the others. Hinamana means you feel that you are inferior. The second is conceit of similarity, samamana, based on the idea I am equal to others. And the third one, conceit of superiority, adimana, based on the idea I am superior to others. So check whether what you have most. Because this mana is completely destroyed when you attain to full enlightenment. It means that we have them. Time by time these come to our life, and maybe we show it.
Second one is not conceit.
It is a conceit.
If you are equal to
You measure yourself by comparing with others. Any kind of measurements is a judgment. So you do not need to judge yourself with others even in a similar level, because it means that you understand that I exist, I am here. So you accept that there is a self. So by any means we cannot justify any of these mana. So mana is mana, conceit is conceit.
So you should not think of self.
Of course.
There is no self.
No self.
So when you get reach Nibbana, who is reaching Nibbana? Not self?
There is no self to experience Nibbana.
So who is going to Nibbana?
That's a very good question. Unfortunately, it takes time to discuss. Buddha said that there is no person who attain or enter into Nibbana. Of course, a person is practicing the Noble Eightfold Path, but when you master on that, you totally destroy the self-view, and there is no person. For the person who attains Nibbana, has no person there to experience that Nibbana. That is the bliss of Nibbana. That's why a lot of people don't like attaining Nibbana. Because right now we think about Nibbana from mundane sense, from our own perspectives, perceptions. So with that you want to know somebody enters to Nibbana. But when you realize that there is no self, who is there to attain Nibbana? At the beginning of the practice, okay, we should say that I want to attain Nibbana because this life is in suffering. When you go on the practice, you realize that there is no person even to experience suffering. That's the quality of Nibbana. Okay, so we are discussing about mana, not proud or lack of conceit. So people used to say that I am, you are very small when you are compared to my category, my qualities. A lot of people have that adimana, superiority in mind. Or some people have, try to push others that I am the superior. You are not in my category. You are not in my class. So these are the common defilements people develop every day. How many thoughts of conceit have been cultivating throughout samsara? It's unthinkable. That's why Buddha says that these qualities are just like mountain size. Just like mountains. So take, consider that you have cultivating this kind of unwholesomeness throughout your samsara and practice the Dhamma or the meditation to destroy them. Don't waste your time. So again, we can categorize these three main conceit into 9. I am better, I am similar, I am less good. Another is better than myself, he is equal, my equal, he is less good than I. Another no better than myself, he is not equal to me, he is no less good than I. So these are the 9 ways that main 3 mana are categorized. So conceit is one of the fetters or sangyojana we should destroy at the attainment of full enlightenment. So now you see how they are connected. Let me remind you again that without the previous qualities that we discussed, we cannot have the next qualities. Like we are discussing conceit. So this anatimani, not proud or lack of conceit, cannot happen without the previous 5 qualities. So we have a sequential order in this discourse on practicing loving kindness. So now one is able to be contented, santusako, because of having these qualities in his practice. Santusako means being able to be happy with any kind of robes or any kind of clothes for you. You are not crying for better and the best one. Whatever you get, you are happy. It doesn't mean that you should not find the best qualities possible. So if you want to buy something, you should buy the best qualities because it's durable and it's good to wear and it protects your body, and it's okay. But if you don't get, don't worry about it. Right? Santuttayang itaritarena chivarena. You are happy with whatever robes you receive. Content with any kind of alms food. Itaritarena pindapatena. If your wife is the main cook at your home, or the husband, try to accept what the other gives to you without complaints, without verbal abuses, right? So you should have that quality. If you have that quality in your life, 90% of problems are solved.
If you criticize, you don't get the food.
Yeah, if you are going to argue and
get
criticize every day, you don't get food. So you will be easily said, go to Chinese buffet or anywhere you like and eat.
Or you starve.
Or you can cook. From today onward, I don't cook. So it's your responsibility to cook. So it's always important and very beneficial if you to eat whatever you get, wear whatever you get.
Yeah.
I do that.
And the third one, content with any kind of lodgings. Itari itarena senasanena. Those monks should have that quality if they wanted to attain enlightenment. So Buddha taught all these simple qualities in that discourse. Content with any kind of lodgings. Sometimes you desire for a very comfortable bed, chairs, and comfort, and even meditation cushion, right? So try to be happy with whatever you have. If you have a choice, it's okay to select the best one, but if you don't have, just okay, I'm happy with this. Finally, we have content with any kind of medical requisite. Itaritarena gilana pacha besajja parikarena. Buddha asks us to be happy with whatever we get. Perhaps we get kottamalli. Perhaps we get Tylenol. So just be happy. But it doesn't mean that you are looking for better medicine. You look for. If you don't get, don't be upset. Don't be mad at somebody. So try to be patient until you get there. That's what it means. So if you have these, at least for these 4 qualities, you are a contented person. Then we have easy to support. If you are satisfied with the 4 requisites, you can be satisfied with minimum things. You are easy to support. Subaro. Let me go into that. Easy to support Subaro. So you are satisfied with the 4 requisites. Chivara, Pindapata, Senasana, Gilana Pache. So you take them or consume them with reflection, because you do not need much to maintain your life. For a monk, for a nun, who vow themselves to practice meditation, to attain Nibbana, of course think about these 4 requisites as something to maintain their life. So they are easy to support. That's why those people in that city would like those 500 monks, and they are not seeking any food, robes, lodgings, medicine, superior things for their survival. They survive with whatever they are offered, so people like it, and people know that they do that kind of things for salvation, freedom from suffering. That's easy to support. Now we have the next quality, not over busy, appakicca. Friends, if you want to attain enlightenment, you cannot do it with doing everything. You have to minimize your duties.
No multitasking.
Today even monks have a lot of duties at temples. I'm sharing with you my personal experience that I have so many things to consider. That's an impediment for higher practice. We things come to our mind that we have to attend to that dana, this chanting, and we have to clean this place, that place, and it's never ending. How can we have time for meditation? How can we have time for
Sutta discussion?
Reading suttas and take them to our practice? So we should be able to minimize number of things we do. Otherwise, it's impossible to attain enlightenment. I will tell you these 10 things mentioned in the commentary written by Buddha Gosa, and they are impediment to enlightenment. The 10 impediments of meditation, Dasa Palibodha. Impediment to duty due to dwellings, because of temples. The first one, monks are not able to attain Nibbana. We don't blame anybody, but blame ourselves that we somehow make a responsibility that we should do everything. And what is happening to us? We spend time for maintaining temples, not creating our path to Nibbana. It may happen if we don't have right wisdom. But I want to explain this fact further, because you may understand something maybe wrong, I guess. If we develop proper kindness for people, that I do this because of kindness, compassion, there is escape from that, definitely. But for a majority of monks and nuns, these avas could be an impediment. Okay, the second impediment due to families. If we attach to families because of their gift and donations, it would become an impediment, because we have to call them every time, and we have to look for them, and we are waiting for them. So the one who goes to attain Nibbana should let go of that kind of relationship. Of course, we explain the Dhamma to them, we may be calling them for giving counseling and explaining teaching, that is something else. But if we maintain them with such a strong relationship that are not supportive to spiritual advancement, that comes as an impediment. Third one, impediment due to the gain, labha. So if we attach to gift that you offer, if you attach to a temple where a lot of people come and offer so many things, you don't have time to meditate, because your attachment is there for something people offer. So we should let go of that impediment too. See whether they are related to you. Of course they are related to your life, according to my understanding. Impediment due to class, gana. Suppose that you have group of people who understand the Dhamma very well, and you attach to it, attach to this group of people because their understanding is equal to yours. And suppose that you have a group of friends who have been coming from your school time, and they are living in the neighboring city. So you always would like to go to that city. So that makes you less experience in meditation, because you spend time for them. Impediment due to the building, Navakarma. If you start building temples, you may do it without doing meditation. Impediment due to travel, lot of traveling doesn't don't give us so much spiritual advancement. But if you go to monasteries to meditate, if you go to meet your teachers for more Dhamma, that is totally different. If you go to people to explain Dhamma once a while, that is different. But if you travel to see scenic beauties, to places, and how can that increase our practice to enlightenment? It may be an impediment. So impediments due to the kith and kin, Jnati. So if you attach to your relatives, even family members, too much.
That's the same as Kula, right? No?
Kula means
You are talking about caste then.
Jnati, the Kula, of course, the family, your family, and the kith and kin means including your family members and your friends, relatives, even maybe devotees. Impediments due to the affliction, abad. If you have physical ailments, that is also an impediment for higher gaining. That's why Buddha asks us to meditate before you become disabled, old. A group of young monks was addressed by the Buddha, and he specifically mentioned, do meditate, monks, before you get old, because in old age you have so many complications, physical ailments. It doesn't mean that you cannot do meditation. You can, but what the Buddha tells for young people is to start meditation right now before getting old. Impediments due to books. It creates you a very scholarly environment. You become a scholar. You become famous among your people, among the country. But there is no guarantee that you can meditate and destroy defilements by that. Bahusutta is a merit. It is coming as because of so much energy and merits, of course, but it may be an impediment for your enlightenment. Impediment due to supernormal powers. Even those super psychic powers can become an impediment for enlightenment. So these are 10 impediments explained by Buddhaghosa, Venerable Buddhaghosa, in his commentary. So Appakicca means something like that. Then we have the 10th, Santussako. When you have the previous qualities, you are so happy now. Simple life. Sallavukautti, sorry. So simple life. Simple life means relaxed mind. So when you have so much to do, it's impossible to relax. To have simple life. You have these things to do, and today and tomorrow I have these things. If you do so many things without complaint, it's okay, I think. But a lot of people complain, do a lot of things and complain. Friends, sometimes you don't understand the full details of some certain concept because we cannot spend so much time in one quality. Understand them simply that simple life could be gained by following the previous factors. You cannot start practicing simple life without the presence of the previous qualities.
What I learned when I was small was simple living, high thinking.
That's different, right?
High thinking, simple living. Think well.
Yeah, it can happen, but to gain such a powerful energy with the aim of enlightenment, you should have, I think I'm simple, but you should have other qualities too.
Yeah.
I thought this one is simple life because it will give you enough time to meditate or in Dhamma activity.
That's true. How can we have simple life without having the quality like appakit, right? If you have so many things to do, how can you gain simple life?
Yes.
Because you are busy.
Yeah.
You are physically and mentally busy. So this Dhamma is for one who wishes less, not for one who wishes many. It is in Anguttara Nikaya, Anuruddha Sutta. So this Dhamma is manifested and developed as it is for one who wishes few things. Otherwise you do not develop this Dhamma. If you want many things, you cannot develop this Dhamma because it is the way Dhamma is developed. So I want to go to next qualities quickly. Then we have discipline senses, Santindriya. Now you have come to a very strong level of your loving kindness practice. Tranquil senses. He saw her senses. Buddha said in this section that you need to understand what are your six senses and how they worked. Whenever you see a picture, you understand that it is not something to grasp. It is only a picture. So you do not attach to whatever you see or do not hate with it. So similarly, on hearing a sound, on tasting, on smelling, and even in thinking, touching, you do the same reflection. So then only you have sensory discipline. So next quality is Nipaka, which is not familiar to many people. It means not prudent. So you have a wisdom now. With the support of the previous qualities, that you can reflect what is going to happen to you. It means you have a wisdom to understand who you are and what are you doing for peace and happiness. So that kind of understanding is there, and that is what is explaining with this quality. So when this picture is there to understand the concept, when you have a plant and water it, you know it grows bigger in the future if you give enough nourishment. So now you have an understanding that if I practice these kind of qualities, I could attain enlightenment. That assurance is there. That's a part of Nipako. So you know the right direction and wrong direction, where to go and where not to go. So that is also come under Nipako, special quality called be prudent. Then not brazen, it's appagabba. I told you that it's a quality that many people do not know. So try to understand this quality with these pictures. So this is a paddy that is growing, I would say, in the halfway of it. So the paddy is pointing to the sky because it's not grown well yet. But the second picture shows us that the paddy which is grown enough to cut. What do you understand by this, by these pictures? Those who practice qualities into half can have conceit, saying that I know very well, I know better than you, and I am superior to you. Those who know things less will make a cry, big cry, and they are so loudy. Similar to that picture, those who do not have proper qualities could be similar to the paddy which is not grown well. But those who develop with these qualities, like we discussed, are just like the grown paddy which is near to cut, and they are downward.
Yeah.
So the paddy we discussed in the first picture is towards the sky. They are very conceited, but the paddy which is grown enough, bend down, and they are like people who practice the Dhamma enough, and they are so humble. That's called appagabba. So I go to the next quality for no fawning on families, kulesu anunugiddo. It means detachment to families, friends, devotees who support and appreciate and admire. This is one of the qualities that we should be careful, because people like us and people treat us like parents, brothers, sisters, and so on. But in terms of the development of our practice to enlightenment, we should have compassion, loving kindness to them, but not attachment. What happened to us if we have attachment to particular families and group of people? We might accept whatever they say without wisdom and create so many problems. So there are a number of instances in Tripitaka that some monks and nuns attached to. Do you remember the discourse Kakachupama Sutta, the simile of the soul?
Yeah.
Though that monk Pagguna, Moliya Pagguna, and those bhikkhunis attached to each other. Of course, that is not attachment to lay people, but attachment to anybody in the monastery or outside of the monastery can kill our spirituality. So kulesu anunugiddo means do not attach to anybody, whether no matter what they offer you, what they did to you in the when you were a lay person, as a monk. Just maintain a relationship with kindness and compassion. That's all. If you can do away with, the lotus flower is a symbol of non-detachment. So it's grown in the muddy water, but the lotus flower is coming out of the water and the mud and stay without those muds and water. Similar to that, you are supported by lay people, families, but do not attach to them. Develop loving kindness to them. It's a nice picture, right? So we go to the next quality, refraining from wrongdoings because wise people criticize. Nacha kuddang samachare kinchena vinyo parayopodeyum. I do not do even a slightest wrongdoing because wise people, whether they are monks or lay people, nuns or other people, they might criticize me. So at this stage of your individual practice, no matter others know it or not, you don't go to do wrongdoings because you have a sense of fear doing wrong things. So you always think that I should not do any bad things because wise people are friend of mine, and I should not do because they do bad things because they can criticize me. even after few years they could know my wrongdoings and criticize me. Okay, so we have come to the 15 points at last, and when you have these 15 points developed within, it means you cultivated loving kindness to you. Now remember, you have cultivated loving kindness with the support of many wholesome qualities, as the Buddha explained in the Noble Path. From now on, you are ready to develop this loving kindness in a super state. Before that, I would like to show you the relationship between loving kindness. I told you last week that I need to explain you the Paticca Samuppada in Karaniya Metta Sutta and Noble Eightfold Path in Karaniya Metta Sutta. For foundation of mindfulness in Karaniya Metta Sutta and other spiritual qualities in Karaniya Metta Sutta. Here I am doing it within a short period of time. Application of dependent co-origination, Paticca Samuppada in Metta practice. You can see the arrows of both sides of one quality, right? So these double-sided arrows, I put it with the meaning. So this first quality becomes the cause for the second quality. Because of the first quality, you have the second quality as a result. So the first quality is the cause and the second quality is the result. And this second quality once become the results of the first quality, and now it becomes the cause for the first quality. So both supports each other. Similarly, the previous quality support to the other next quality to come as a full-fledged quality. So you not only that, Sakko, the skillfulness, support the other qualities. It does not support the next quality, only next quality, but it supports to the other qualities. That's how Paticca Samuppada is applied in these 15 qualities. Have you thought about this causal relationship in factors of loving kindness discourse before? Why do I say this and why do I show this to you? Because at the end of Karaniya Metta Sutta discourse, Buddha confirmed that the practitioner either to attain the anagami state or full enlightenment, particularly anagami state. Nahi jatu gabba seyang punaretiti. If you practice loving kindness into this level, you will end up your life as an anagami. You are not reborn in a womb again. It means you are anagami. If that is so, you should be able to develop Paticca Samuppada, Noble Eightfold Path and other spiritual qualities.
These qualities can be used in day-to-day life also.
Of course, I am not explaining the simplest form of them.
Yeah.
You should be able to get it and apply them into your daily life.
That's
What
right.
I am doing is explaining everything possible to understand how important this discourse is.
Yeah.
Right? In a class where you learn the alphabet, if you are a grown person, the teacher doesn't say that you can make sentences like this, you can make words like this. So it's part of the listener's duty to apply them into daily life. Of course, yes. You can apply Sakko, Ujuja, Sojuja, those qualities in a simplest way into your daily words, action and thoughts.
And then don't give special treatment to families, right? Attachment. If you are a head of the department, you can apply those
Of
words.
course, yes, that's
You
true.
know?
Yeah, perfectly right.
Yeah.
So now I would like to show you the application of Noble Eightfold Path in this particular discourse, cultivation of some factors. You see that these 15 qualities are showing us something, some relations to Noble Eightfold Path. I particularly explain that able or skillfulness is Sammaditthi, right understanding, and honest and uprightness are come under right intention, and gentle speech, meek, and Samma Vacha come under, and those represent the Noble Eightfold Path. By practicing the 15 qualities, I have an assurance that we can practice the Noble Eightfold Path. Loving kindness as a direct technique of meditation or culture of mind leading to samadhi. If you look at the discourse again, line 11 to 20, we have this particular stress. Buddha emphasizes loving kindness practice as a technique of meditation from line 11 to 20. Let me show you that. So these qualities are being practiced now. Therefore, you say that Sukhino kemino hontu. So you are satisfied with the Dhamma now. You become a secured person because of the 15 qualities. Therefore, you are happy, you are safe, and you radiate it to other living beings now. That's what we do here. This picture shows that you have 15 qualities within. Therefore, you are undisturbed by any hustle, bustle, busy activities of other people. You are not disturbed by anything. Even parents who have a couple of children and husband playing with, these mothers and fathers can be peaceful because of those 15 qualities developed. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. That's the moment, friends, we can radiate loving kindness to others. But in normal practice, we do it from the very beginning. It's okay in certain ways, but according to proper way of loving kindness practice, based on discourse, we should do it after some time of self-practice. Now we are ready to radiate it to other people. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. May all beings, may all be well and secure. May all beings be happy. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. When we say sabbe satta, who are they? Where they are? We have 6 realms of existence. We have 6 realms of living existence. What are they? Higher beings. It means that the 6 planes within sense world and consisting of angels and impermanent God. I say this because you need to understand these realms. Even divine beings, and there are categories of divine being, Brahma and divine beings. So everybody is included into this. And we have humans, human worlds, animal kingdom, animal realms, ghost and asura, jealous being or demigods. They have powers. And finally, purgatory, hells. So these are the 6 realms that living beings exist. So when you develop loving kindness to all living beings, your loving kindness goes to each individual single living beings. It doesn't mean that you go to each and every single beings. The concept of love within you is imbued with the concept of all living beings. So in Karaniya Metta Sutta we have Yekeji Pana Bhutatti Tasava Tavara, starting from here. Spiritually weak, Tasava Tavarava Anavasesa Digava Ye Mahantava Sabbe Satta Bhavantu. So all type of human beings, other living beings are included in that category. Friends, Buddha is so wise and Buddha is so supreme that he did not include my mother, my father, be well, happy and peaceful there. My husband, my wife, my children. Why? It's so personal. Of course, we can practice loving kindness from personal sense, but he did not include that because you could develop attachment instead of loving kindness, unconditional love. So in the discourse of loving kindness, we have all these categories of beings. Sabbe Satta is defined and categorized in these levels. So all human beings, all animals, all deities, all ghosts, asuras, brahmas are included in this category. So I want to show you the realms and the name of the realms and what they had done to reborn in those realms. Sensual world we categorize into three. The system of existence are categorized into three. Sensual world first, Kama Loka, a state of deprivation. It has Apaya also, purgatory, asura, hungry animals. And we have sensual world, Kama Loka here again. Happy destination. First four are unhappy destination. The second category of course has happiness, Sugati, human, devas of the fourth grade, and I don't want to mention all names because time is over now, but let me have some time to show that. Next, the fine material world system. We have realms from 12 to 22, and all these realms represent peace and happiness. Of course, you see how and what they do to reborn in these places, proficiency in jhana. And now we have again the pure abodes, which means Suddhavasa, those who reborn, those who attain to Anagami reborn in these places, and their happiness is so higher than the previous, and they all practice fourth jhana to reborn there, and of course non-returners. And the immaterial world, those who practice immaterial jhana reborn there. Sorry about that. So then the discourse says that let no one deceive another, nor despise any being in any state. Let none through anger nor ill will wish harm upon another. Nechakuddang samachare kinchiyena vinyoparyo podeyo. No, that is not the part. I'm trying to remember the discourse. Naparo parang nikubbeya, and that is the part, that is the line we have here. You do not, of course, wish anybody else harm and any bad things, but you wish those people also wish compassion and loving kindness to others. So your loving kindness is spread into various directions. You do not kill animal, but you wish those hunters to stop killing animals. You do not want others to do bad things, especially hunting. And see, you in this picture, you are not doing any bad things, but you wish not to do others as well. So friends, time is over. I have to cover many things, but I don't do that. I might decide whether I take another week, but I must stick to what I said before. What I said before is that if I do not finish this discourse today, I do not discuss it next week, because we can have this discussion again about the loving kindness and related teachings. So still I have to take a decision, because I have taken so many related teachings to the method of loving kindness. We didn't discuss yet the methods of loving kindness. So far you have been discussing and understanding the discourse. I think 80% of the discourse, and related factors of the discourse, but you did not discuss the method, how you practice loving kindness in daily life. So we have different levels. If I say that individual practice is there, and you start from you and spread the loving thoughts to close people and so on. Then we have a second method, that we generalize loving kindness in an impersonal way. You don't think about relationship, but start from you and people around you and spread it to people considering places. And then there is a universal loving kindness. You imagine that you are a universal friend. So there are different methods of loving kindness practice. We have to discuss them, but I will take them later. Okay. So friends, if you have any questions, please ask them through emails and the specially provided place in live stream. I want to tell you friends that we will cover up the rest of the discourse later on. Those who join with us online also have the opportunity to ask questions through online, or send me an email. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope that loving kindness discourse or Karaniya Metta Sutta discourse is explaining in a deepest way. Perhaps this will help you in your practice. Okay, any questions?
Yeah, what don't you think it will be better if you continue with the methods of meditation?
Next time?
Yeah, I don't know, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I can consider, because that is really important, because so far you have gained knowledge about what has to be done, but you may be unaware of doing those things in the real practice.
Yeah.
So I will take one more week to discuss that part. Okay. So having said that, I would like to conclude today's class. We discuss the Dhamma more than we planned. Of course, time we spent 10 more minutes. Sorry about that. But it is for your mental purification. Practice of loving kindness brings us happiness. So this discussion is really worth, because loving kindness is been the most famous concept we have been having throughout our life, but I guarantee that we have to know a lot about it. So today's discussion is an opportunity for us to understand these factors and relationship them. So you listen to it and engage with the discussion, asking questions. Thank you very much for that, and I wish you may be able to practice loving kindness in daily life and cultivate these 15 qualities and be able to hold loving kindness as the Buddha explained, and spread it to all living beings, creating peace and harmony. May you be well, happy and peaceful. May you attain Nibbana by the power of this wholesome merits. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
दुख दुख आती है मुझे हेतु दुख नती की उन्नति ही बात
It is
सभी लाइन काइंडनेस की सदा किया लीला ये तो पास सदा किया